Cool.
Hi, I'm Cody.
And I'm Navi, and this is our presentation proposing the implementation of Axess e-bikes.
These are some of the areas we'll be focusing on. We start our process with the research phase. Early on, we found two old proposals talking about the use of e-bikes on BLM land. These two resources kickstarted our thought process, leading us down a rabbit hole of transportation across Beer's ears. We started our research looking at OHVs as the transport method and realized the negative impacts they have on the land far outweigh the benefits they may offer to users. Furthermore, looking at the vast expanse of remote trails within Beer's ears, we noted the significant challenges placed before management. We concluded from our research that to help visitors of all abilities access the natural and cultural landscapes within Beer's ears, we will provide a platform for the rental of site-tailored e-bikes. Such bikes will provide transport and education to visitors, funding and control management, as well as protection to the land.
From our research, we began thinking of the possible opportunities for design intervention. After looking at the various transport methods, we realized that not all users receive equal access to the natural and cultural resources of Bears Ears. Finding transport methods like e-bikes that offer both easier transport than walking or biking, but fewer drawbacks than OHVs would give more access to more people across Bears Ears. Management may also benefit as profits from rentals can be circulated back to the monument, improving the experience for users, inviting increased visitation, and thus generating further revenue. Furthermore, the creation of site-tailored transportation could integrate with existing GPS systems, allowing for visitor monitoring and tracking throughout the monument. We also theorized that by offering on-site rentals, we can reduce the number of OHVs traveling across Bears Ears, and localization allows users not to worry about their own equipment while allowing management to not worry about the spread of foreign materials to the land. After identifying our opportunity, we looked for additional information and considerations that would inform our design.
Here you can see an overview of the system where the rental sites, accompanying mobile app, and bike are all working to benefit the user. These systems, along with user actions, in turn benefit the land, management, as well as increased accessibility to include a wider user group. To better understand the user experience, we created several journey maps, the first outlining the overall system and general experience, the second looking at the specific actions and gear a user might use on an overnight trip, and third, outlining a user's experience within the rental site.
Our next exploration was to map the various sites of interest in relation to our proposed rental sites, marked in red at the intersections of main roads and monument borders, noting the types of roads traveled and distances required to access each site. Having accounted for our various parameters and looking at the overall system, we decided to focus on the on-screen display, accompanying mobile app, and bike itself for our design process.
Hey, can you walk me through this app?
Yeah, of course. So first just sign in or make an account. Once you're at your dashboard, you can see your battery level and you can change the mode on your bike.
What do the modes affect? Speed?
Yeah, each mode affects your speed and miles per charge. I'd suggest for you to be in eco mode just since it's your first time. You can always change it later.
Sounds good to me.
You'll also want to make sure to connect your phone to the bike just so the app can update in real time. Just hit that button right there and it should do it automatically if you have your Bluetooth on.
Okay, cool. I'll make sure to do that then. So I'll hit the scan to ride and the scan the QR code on the bike, right?
Yeah, you'll need to scan that every time you want to unlock the bike. It should bring you to a little walkthrough after you scan it, which you can follow along if you want some tips on how to use the bike.
That will be very helpful for me. I'll check that out.
But yeah, this is your navigation screen. You can also just swipe up to see more info. You should also only use this SOS button when you have an emergency out there. If you hit it and confirm it, it alerts us here at the rental site and we have to come get you.
Well, hopefully I won't be needing that this weekend. But good to know. Thank you.
Yeah, these bikes are a lot of fun. Just make sure you're careful. One more thing I should mention while you're on your nav is to use that tag button whenever you come across any litter or graffiti or just general damage to the land. The feature really helps out the BLM with managing it.
I will definitely do that if I see anything. Any routes you would recommend?
Yeah, I've pretty much ridden them all here and in Shastra, but my favorite in Indian Creek would probably be Hamburger Rock.
Yeah, I see that one. Okay, well I guess I know which one I'm riding then.
Yeah, it's a good one. Also, if you're looking for an overnight trip, I would suggest the Trips tab. We've planned out a few complete experiences with hikes, campsites, and historical sites all planned into one trip to make it easier for the riders.
Oh, sick. That's very useful. I'll give it a try on my next visit down.
Just make sure you follow the navigation and not go off trail. Unfortunately, trail proliferation is a big concern here. To make sure our bikes aren't contributing, they are programmed to turn off automatically when a rider goes off trail. But yeah, man, you should be ready to go. That's all the app except for your profile tab. I think there you can see trip history, and you should be able to rank them so you can see which ones are your favorite. It's really useful for me since I ride so much. One more thing before you leave is to make sure you download the map before you lose service. It can be pretty spotty out there.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Well, thank you so much for this walkthrough. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Have fun and be safe.
Both the app and display were built off of one another, meaning the layout and visuals will feel similar for users. The screen is essentially a simplified version of the app that responds to the D-pad style of controls rather than the touchscreen interface on mobile devices. The application, although not necessary to use a bike, will enhance the experience.
Here, we have created a video to highlight some of the site-tailored features of the Axess Mark I.
Introducing the Axess Mark I, the first site-tailored e-bike for Bears Ears National Monument. Equipped with 5-inch wide, fat bike tires, users will float effortlessly across the sandy landscapes of southern Utah. Featuring onboard navigation, riders can easily find their destinations via the correctly designated roads. The bike also features a physical key that can be used to lock and unlock the bike without the accompanying mobile app. When parking the bike, a center-mounted kickstand is deployed, lifting the rear end off of the ground. When leaving the bike unattended, it can be locked in this position, rendering the bike unrideable until unlocked by the renter. In order to provide a comfortable experience for a variety of users, the bike leverages a larger, cushier seat as well as front and rear suspension that can be tuned to the load capacities of each particular user. Powered by a Bosch Cargo line-speed motor and fueled by the equivalent of 4 Bosch Power Tube 625 batteries, the Axess Mark I can reach speeds up to 28 miles per hour while carrying up to 500 pounds of gear. A single charge will provide users roughly 80 miles of travel, allowing for a range of destinations and trip durations. Intended for full day and overnight trips, the bike also features front and rear storage. The rear rack is modular, affording the ability to strap down a variety of bag sizes and shapes. The front rack can be used as a basket for small loose items. However, it may also be used to strap down larger bags if needed.
The bikes are equipped with GPS tracking, allowing management to monitor users' positions within the monument. Furthermore, the bikes and rental sites log user data such as user numbers, user reports, and revenue streams, which management can view on their end of the app.
When users go off trail, they will be notified on both the bike screen as well as their mobile app. And if they do not correct their actions promptly, the bike will automatically come to a stop and have to be pushed back to a designated road. To enforce these policies, users may be subject to various fines depending on their impacts and intentions. Upon arriving at a rental site, users will park their car and unload their gear. After receiving their Axess Mark I rental, they will then transfer that gear to the bike. Lastly, they will pedal into Bears Ears with the promise of a site-tailored experience. Thank you.
Thank you.